tried so many curly hair products, but which ones are actually worth the money? I'm gonna share with you the best curly hair products that I tried in 2023 and which ones that I think you should check out from each category. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gina and here I make videos all about naturally curly hair. I love simplifying things, talking about product ingredients, and helping you discover the best products for your curls. If you were into that sort of thing, make sure you subscribe before you go. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So I just wanted to provide a little disclaimer that these are products that I tried in 2023, so they were new to me in 2023. They were added to the shop page on my blog in 2023. So if you're wondering why some products that I rave about all the time are missing, that's because those I tried in previous years, and yes, a lot of those are still my top products. I wanted to talk about some new products that are making it into my all-time favorite products that are newer to me. First category that I want to talk about is pre-shampoo treatment. So I'm a big fan of pre-poo treatments. It's basically a step that you do before you shampoo your hair. You can either do it on dry hair with an oil, or you can do it on wet hair with some type of primer or conditioner. I've done a full video comparing the 3 different types, but the one that I wanted to call out is the TreLuxe Soothe and Restore Aloe Vera Curl Primer. So this is a product that came out last year, and it's actually multi-purpose. So this is not only a pre-shampoo type of primer that you can use, but you can also use it as the first step in your styling routine. So you can use it as a regular primer, sort of like a leave-in conditioner, or you can use it to refresh your curls. TreLuxe products are actually more on the affordable side. This one you can find on their website, and I have a discount code as well, which is helpful, but they have pretty simple ingredients. They're very natural. So it has water as the first one, and then aloe vera. That's the main ingredient in this that provides a lot of slip. So it's mainly aloe. It has glycerin, castor oil, vitamin C, polyquaternium 37. Polyquaternium is definitely one of my favorite ingredients. It's very slippery and it creates a film on the hair. So this is mainly a detangler and a primer step. You can also use this to refresh, like I mentioned, on next day hair. If you don't even want to add water, you can use just this. But I really like using this to detangle my hair in the shower before I shampoo. So if you are someone who just does not like detangling dry and you need to wet your hair when you detangle, definitely recommend trying something like this out. And if you don't want to use an extra product, you can always just use your conditioner, but this definitely has a lot more slip than a regular conditioner. Another option for a pre-shampoo treatment that is new to me is the Ouidad Mongongo Oil Multi-Use Curl Treatment. So this is a newer oil to me, but I'm sure it's been around from Ouidad for a while. It actually comes with a spray nozzle, which is pretty helpful because if you really need to get the oil on one area, you can just spray. I actually did that today. I used this as my pre-shampoo oil before I went in and clarified my hair. But this one's really nice because it contains coconut oils within the first couple of ingredients. And in that pre-shampoo treatment video, I talked about how you really need something with coconut oil if you're going to do a pre-shampoo oil, because that's one of the most penetrating oils out there. It does penetrate deeply into the hair, so it's able to actually protect it from your shampoo and when you're detangling. I forgot to mention the whole purpose of a pre-shampoo treatment is to protect your hair during the shampoo process, help prevent breakage, prevent high growth fatigue, and there's so many other benefits. So this has some great ingredients. It's multi-purpose, so you can use it as a finishing oil. I actually used it today as well as a finishing oil, and it gives great shine to the hair. It says on the website that it does protect from UV rays. It's a very lightweight oil and it's fast absorbing, which is why I actually love using it as a pre-shampoo step, because I'm famous for doing my pre-shampoo oil like right before I hop in the shower and I need something that soaks in. I will say that the fragrance is pretty strong in this. I think it smells good. Next category is a clarifying shampoo, and I have another product from Ouidad. The next couple products are from Ouidad, but I promise the whole video is not about Ouidad. They make such high quality products, but this is the Ouidad Waterworks Clarifying Shampoo. The reason I've been using this one so much is because it actually removes hard water minerals, and so many people have hard water in their homes and don't even realize it, and it's really causing a lot of issues in your hair. If your hair has been acting up or your shampoo doesn't really lather, you might have hard water in your home. So if I am going to clarify, I usually want to go with something that can remove those minerals like calcium and magnesium that really adhere to the hair, because they actually can't be removed with a regular clarifying shampoo. It has to have ingredients like disodium EDTA, and there's some other ones as well, so that has it in it. It says that it's good for that. It's good for swimmers. It removes everything. And I've been using this this one over other ones lately because I don't find it to be quite as harsh. I really like the Malibu shampoo that I talk about all the time. That one's definitely one that I've recommended for a while, but I do worry if it's too harsh because it's pH of 9, and that's something that's great to use on occasion for like an extra strong cleanse, but something to use more regularly, like once a month or twice a month, this is probably a better option with it being a little bit more gentle. Still a pretty strong clarifying shampoo. You definitely have to deep condition afterwards, or at least leave your conditioner on for a bit before you rinse it out. I think this is the last Ouidad product, but the next category is shampoo and conditioner. So these are more of like your regular type of shampoos and conditioners. So I have the Ouidad Unbreakable Bonds Bond Building Shampoo and Conditioner. I guess these aren't technically like your regular shampoo because they are more of a treatment because they do have that bond building ingredient in them, but they are very gentle, and Ouidad has mentioned how you can use these a lot more regularly. So if you wanted to use these once a week, like as your main shampoo, you totally could. But these are really great if you have high porosity hair or if your hair is very brittle, because they have a very like softening effect. Like they make your hair feel very soft. Someone with very fine hair who has super soft hair, or maybe you have soft water, you might find these to be too softening and might not get as much hold. I've heard some of you say that, but for my hair type, it's pretty brittle. I have coarse hair in some areas, so my hair really loves these. Like I love that softening effect. So because my hair has some coarse areas and it tends to be very brittle, my hair tolerates these really well. I also wanted to mention that they are fragrance free, which makes it really nice for people who can't tolerate fragrances. The full Unbreakable Bonds line from Ouidad is great. I love their drops. They have some other products as well, and they're all fragrance free, which is awesome, and hypoallergenic. Also, I wanted to mention I do have a discount code that's good anytime on Ouidad's products. I will have it linked in the description box down below. Next category is deep conditioner, and I actually have yet another bond building product, and that is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Bond Building Mask. So this is a deep conditioner that has bond building ingredients in it. It's very affordable. I wanted to give you guys some drugstore options as well. I love the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk line. They're great. They also have the shampoo and conditioner that has the same bond building complex, so those are great as well. They're actually pretty similar to the Ouidad ones that I just shared. Same level of like cleansing ability and moisturization, I would say. I probably like the Ouidad ones better in terms of that softening effect, but maybe if you don't want that, then try the Not Your Mother's line. It's really good, but this is a good deep conditioner. It's also super moisturizing. It's pretty thick. It also contains rice amino acids, which is technically not a full protein. Amino acids are like the building blocks of protein, so they're more gentle. They don't give a ton of stiffness like regular proteins do, so if you typically get that buildup from protein, or if you're worried about that, this mask will not cause that, so it's definitely more universal than something like a full-on protein deep conditioner. The next category is treatments, and this is the last bond building product that I'm going to feature. I feel like last year was just full of bond building products, so there was definitely a lot that I tried, and my hair could use all of the bond building. This is the Living Proof Triple Bond Complex. So this is a leave-in treatment. So this is something that you would use on your hair first when your hair is clean before you apply your styling products. You only need 2 pumps of this, which is good because it's pretty pricey and you only get this small little bottle. So I'm glad you only need that. And you only need to use it about once a week. You don't use it every single wash day. And then you let it sit for about 10 minutes before you apply your styling products. And this one is unique in that it helps to smooth the cuticle and it protects your hair from heat, which is pretty cool. So it's like a heat protectant. It does help to smooth everything out. I definitely noticed less frizz on the areas where I apply this first. So it definitely helps with that. It works to repair all 3 types of bonds in the hair. Some of them only work for like 1 or 2. And depending on what type of damage you have in your hair, that's the type of bond building treatment that you would want to go with. So this repairs hydrogen bonds and also salt bonds and covalent bonds. And covalent bonds are the ones that are damaged from heat and bleaching. So if you have highlights, you'll want something like this that actually works to do those. Also, I was recently reading on their website how you have to use heat to activate the ingredient that works to repair the covalent bonds. And it needs heat of at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit. The Curlsmith hairdryer that I use, on the highest heat setting, it gets up to 140. So that's good because that's typically the setting that I use, and I'll switch between that and medium. but I'm glad because that means that it's actually working. Some of them do have to be activated with heat like that. If you're wondering to, which ones do you pick? Do you use all of these? I do incorporate all of these different products, usually different wash days, but I will just kind of mix it up of which bond building type of treatment that I want. And it just depends on too what works within your routine because these are all in different formats. So now moving into the styling product categories, I have a curl cream. This is the Design Me, Bounce Me Curl Balm. So this was a product that I tried I think back in January or February of last year. I actually got it in my Curls monthly subscription, which is why it's a smaller size bottle. But if you do order this, you will get a full size bottle. But this is great because I love trying out different products. So that's how I originally discovered it. I believe you can find this on Amazon. So I will have the link for it down below. But I really liked this one in particular because it contains quite a few polyquat ingredients, and I love that ingredient for my hair and for humidity. It creates like this film on the hair that helps to prevent frizz and keep the hair really tamed down, and it's nice for refreshing too because you feel that kind of texture come back to your hair when you do wet it down, so it makes it very easy to detangle and refresh with. I will say the only thing with this is it can be a bit heavy for people with fine hair, and you can get buildup with this if you don't clarify, or if this is like the only styling product that you use, you could get buildup from it. And that's probably because of those polyquat ingredients that are in it. Those do have to be clarified, so you do have to make sure that you're shampooing good. The next category is gel, and this gel actually pairs pretty good with that curl cream. This is the Jessicurl Spiralicious Styling Gel. Now this is definitely not a new gel, but this was new to me. I actually ordered this one on Amazon, just wanted to try out some new products that I heard good things about, and I'm always on the mission to find like the best stronghold gel. This one's definitely a very stronghold gel. I like that it comes in fragrance free because again, we need more fragrance free options for those that don't like fragrance. And this is probably the most lightweight stronghold gel that I have because it's very low in moisture, which actually makes it a little bit drying on my hair. So I definitely have to use a curl cream underneath. I like that Bounce Me curl cream underneath. I like AG's Recoil, the Bounce curl cream. I like the Jessicurl Confident Coils. That one I almost featured here because that's newer to me as well, but it hasn't really like wowed me yet by itself or with other gels. So that one works great too. I mean, if you want to order the Jessicurl products, if you want the fragrance free, then try the Confident Coils plus this if you want moisture plus hold. But for those of you that really struggle to get hold, but you don't want your hair to get weighed down, this is definitely the one I would go with. Just make sure you use a curl cream. Also, it does contain polyquats, making it great for humidity as well, which is another reason why I like it. So definitely a good find this year, very lightweight, and I'm glad to have some options for you guys. The next category is hairspray. For that, I have the Curlsmith Flawless Finish Flexible Hold Hairspray. So Curlsmith released 2 hairsprays in 2023. They had the flexible hold and the strong hold one. I like hairsprays that are more flexible hold because I like to have a little bit more flexibility and movement in my hair, again, because I have some coarse areas and I don't want them to feel more brittle, and I like to be able to refresh my hair. So if you use a super strong hold hairspray, it can be kind of difficult to refresh and to detangle your hair and stuff, but this one is nice because it's alcohol free. It is your like standard type of aerosol hairspray, so it has like the regular aerosol like your traditional hairsprays, but it's alcohol free. So this makes it good for using on dry hair. So that's great for just finishing off the curls or for doing hairstyles. I use this a lot when I was doing different hairstyles and stuff throughout the year. I don't find it to be drying or anything like that, but it is pretty strong hold, but you get a little bit more flexibility with this version. And I also noticed that my curls last for days. I actually did a video on it just showing you how long that my curls lasted without refreshing. So if you're really struggling with getting hold, try adding in a hairspray just as a finisher, especially in the summertime. That's a great way to get extra hold and really just tame flyaways. The next category is my favorite tool that I tried last year. So that's things like diffusers, brushes, and everything. And I decided to go with a new brush that came out last year that really took the internet by storm, and that is the Bounce Curl styling brush. This brush is the most unique styling brush that I've ever seen. There's so many different ways to use this, and it's great for my hair type because I don't like overly clumped curls, and it has the grooved edges on it. So this brush not only clumps the curls, but it also separates with those ridges that it has here. So it's going to help kind of clump the curls into smaller clumps versus very chunky curl clumps. It has very dense bristles like a regular boar bristle brush. This one's synthetic, so it's not boar or anything, and it's much more gentle, but it does create quite a bit of tension, and it can create those chunky curl clumps, but you can also separate them with the edge of this brush. So love that for my hair type. It's more low density. I don't want to overly clump the curls. I get a ton of shrinkage when I use this. I've actually done a video comparing all of my favorite styling brushes, and you actually get to see my result on my entire head for each one. And it's crazy the difference in the shrinkage that I have from this, I think because of the design. Also, I believe this is my first video of 2024. I just wanted to tell you guys Happy New Year and thank you for all the support in 2023. It was definitely a huge year for me. I actually quit my corporate job to pursue this full time after doing both for over 10 years. So it was a really exciting year for me. Definitely a big change for me later in the year last year. And I feel like I'm ready to hit the ground running now for January and for 2024. I have so many ideas, lots of cool things coming, and they're going to be more helpful for you. I've got some things up my sleeve, so I'm really excited. Definitely leave your video requests as well in the comments down below because I'm always taking requests. I want to be as helpful as possible. I want to do more videos with you guys and incorporating you, so maybe some consultation calls or something that are recorded. So kind of brainstorming on a lot of that now. So definitely let me know what you want to see more of this year. And if you're looking for some more drugstore product recommendations, that's definitely something that I want to feature a lot more this year, and I need to try more drugstore brands. But I actually did a video recently all about the best drugstore products of 2023. So I will put that video right here on the screen if you haven't already seen it. I give recommendations for each category. Some of these products were actually featured in that and much more. So I will talk to you over in that video. Bye everyone.